What would you do if the daughter who ditched you and your 3 hungry grandkids, leaving nothing but debts and a scribbled goodbye, rolled up after 5 long years in a shiny SUV? She's not here with sorry tears or open arms. No, she caught wind that the tired old dad she once called a drag just inked a deal worth $10 million. Does she figure blood buys her a slice of the pie? Does she dream cash can rewind the hugs she skipped? Wrong on all counts. Waiting for her isn't a family who gets a cold wake-up call from her own wide-eyed 10-year-old girl. Grab those tissues, ladies, because this tale of scraping by, standing tall, and that sweet sting of karma without a single shout will have you nodding, wiping your eyes and rethinking what family really means. It might just be the story that reminds you the ones who stay earn the heart. It couldn't be real. Lord, if you're listening, take me quick, but spare them this hurt. Frank Harlan's voice didn't just break that chilly April dawn. It splintered like dry barn wood under his boot. His calloused hands, scarred from wrestling stubborn soil and endless harvests, shook worse than during the flood of '89 when he lost half the crop. He clutched that crumpled scrap from a drugstore notepad like it was poison, and in a heartbeat, it poisoned everything. The scrawl his daughter, Lisa's hurried loop sat dead center on the scarred pine table, where his Ruth used to set Sunday roasts steaming with gravy. Dad, I crave a fresh start. City lights are calling. Kids need your steady hands. Sorry, Lisa. 22 words, just 22 to gut a lifetime. Frank let it flutter to the floor like ash. The old mantel clock chimed 6, mocking him. Outside, the first robins chirped. Blind to the knife twisting in his gut, Lisa's spot at the table gaped empty, same as her closet, with its bare hangers rattling like ghosts. Her bedroom door hung ajar, bed made neat as if she'd just stepped out for milk. But she was gone, legs heavy as plow chains. Frank shuffled to the kids' room, the hinges windsoft. Up top bunk, Bentwelf, going on 40, frowned in sleep, shoulders nodded like he sensed storms coming. Sophie, 10, twisted in sheets on the bottom, clutching her frayed rag doll like a shield. And little Ella, just 4, sprawled on the pallet by the drafty window, golden curls wild on the pillow, thumb in mouth, dreaming pure.o. Ruth, Frank breathed, throat tight as barbed wire. How do I shoulder this alone, darlin'? How? His Ruth had slipped away to Winter's back, cancer stealing her laugh one quiet night. 2 years of Frank fumbling through her routines, packing lunches with crusts cut just so, tying bows in girls' hair during visits, grilling burgers charred perfect for Ben's picky tongue. Lisa had drifted in less and less those days, eyes distant, chasing sparks this old farm couldn't light. But dumping her babies on him? Unthinkable. Back in the kitchen, he scanned the note again, hunting for mercy in the ink smudges maybe. Zilch. I crave a fresh start. Frank's whisper turned gravelly. And them, Lisa, don't they rate a mama's fire? Quiet answered, thick as fog off the creek. He fired up the percolator, Ruth's ritual strong brew chasing shadows. Steam curled up, warming the chill as pink light crept in, gilding the chipped cabinets. Frank slumped in his chair, the one his PA carved from Oakfeld on this very land. Surveyed the wreck, stove wheezing like an old dog, pantry down to cornmeal and wilted carrots, fridge humming its death rattle. The spread eked by on fumes 5 hens, scratching for eggs, to goats more pet than profit, tractor rusting under blue tarp. Banknotes piled like storm debris, $18,000 owed. Last check bounced months ago. And now, 3 little souls to feed. Frank's head snapped up. Ben hovered in the doorway, eyes puffy, voice scraped raw. The boy scanned the room, hunting shadows, Mama Frank's tongue glued down. Ben edged closer, spotted the note. His gaze flew over it, confusion, to click, click, to crush. Crush to that hollow shrug kids wear when hope's been kicked too often. She split. Flat, not asking. Left us on you. Frank stretched a hand. Ben dodged, not mad just gutted, pride cracked like eggshell. Sisters. Ben's fists balled white. How we break it gentle. Together, Frank rasped, rising slow on aching knees. We shoulder it side by side. Ben dipped his chin, jaw locked. 12, and already playing man, Popaw. The dam burst. We mess up, that's why. Frank pulled him close. Ben stiffened, then sagged arms fierce around the old man's waist, like when thunder scared him small. No, son, never your doing. Not a whisper of blame on you three. Ella's patter cut the ache bare feet, slapping linoleum, jammies dragging. Tummy rumbly. Mama make pancakes. Frank and Ben swapped a loaded glance. Papa knelt Sweet Pea Mama took a far-off job. Big city work. Home soon. The words landed like hail. Reckon so, Petal? Meantime, you bunk with Popo, Ben Sophie all cozy. Ella beamed, storm forgotten. Yay, your flapjacks got secret berries. Frank's chest cracked open shatter. This tiny force, all trust and sparkle, handed him grit to grip the day. Sophie slipped in next, silent as mist. No questions, just those ancient eyes, locking on Frank's, reading the ruin. She slid beside Ben, fingers lacing his. Frank watched them over oatmeal bowls. Ben stone-faced protector. Sophie bottled storm, Ella doodling cats on newsprint, clueless to the quake. 74 years old, a farm on crutches, 3 fledglings with wings clipped. Ruth, my anchor, Frank murmured skyward through frost-laced glass. Lend me your spine today. I beg it. And right there, as sun crested the ridge over Willow Bend, Iowa, Frank Harlan dug in his heels. How heaven knew, but these 3, his charge now, his fight, his shot to mend where Lisa frayed, they'd hold fast, cost be damned. Those opening weeks tested like a drought unbroken. Frank stirred at 4, like clockwork, for half a century. Milked the goats by lantern, fed the hens, then dashed back to chaos. Uniforms, starched hasty. Lunches sacked with peanut butter smears, braids half-cocked. Papa my socks lost. Ben rifled drawers. Papa, ribbon tangle. Sophie thrust the brush, ribbons limp. Papa, goat ate my apple. Ella wailed, pointing at Nibble's midshoe. Frank juggled like a circus, full fingers, thick as sausages fumbling lace. Brain blanking which lunchbox matched which kid. Ruth danced this waltz effortless. He felt a draft horse threading a needle. Old neighbor Gus rolled up one dusk with a pie tin heaped carrots. Heard 'bout Lisa Buddy. Gus 69 tugged his frayed cap. Frank grunted, gaze on dirt. Small towns whisper swift. Holler if you need muscle. Or ears, much obliged, Gus. Got my plate full. Gus plunked the tin. Young'uns, Farron. Ben bottles it up. Sophie seals, tight Ella. Asks daily when mama's due. Frank's words trailed faint. What you feed her? 'Bout mid-June, I spin. What else? Mama picked shiny over us. Harsh for a tyke. Gus clapped his back. Tell Em they've got a pawpaw fierce as a mama bear. That's gold. But Frank wondered if grit alone sufficed. Nights clawed deeper. Ella whimpered in dreams. Mama. Frank scooped her feather-light frame, paced the hall crooning Ruth's cradle tunes. Hush now, we won. Hush and dream sweet. Moon's got your back, stars guard your sleep. Ben feigned slumber from his bunk, but Frank caught the glint of tears in moonlight. One twilight, yanking laundry off the line, Frank caught murmurs from the stoop. He peeked Ben and Sophie shoulder to shoulder on steps, dusk painting them gold. Ain't our fault, Sophie murmured, voice quivering reed. I know, Ben said, but doubt laced it thick. Reckon if we'd been shinier kids. Ben twisted to her. Mama always itched for flash fancy shops. Big noise. Just us, needing plain stuff, suppers, stitches, snuggles. Then why's it carved so deep? Sophie pressed. Ben had no bomb, just draped an arm, let quiet heal what words couldn't. Frank backed off soundless, throat burning. These lambs merited meadows, not thistles. A mama who picked them first. A horizon he, with his creaking bones and crumbling acres, feared to dim to gift. That eve kids tucked. Frank nursed a warm milk on the porch stars, pricking velvet sky, coyote yip echoing hollow. He fished his ledger, pencil stub. Time to tally truth. Bank bite, $18,000. Last due, overdue triple. Monthly take, $650 from eggs, milk. Outgo for young'uns rags, books, grub $1,100 easy. Math mocked, merciless, red ink bleeding page, savings. Ruth's nest egg for roof patches. New churn, golden years ease. Now, trickling sand 3 months tops, for if stars aligned, at 74 dawn broke him piecemeal. Hips grinding gravel, spine bowed permanent, terror of keeling before these shoots rooted. He'd eye his knuckles, knobby with age, plead hold on. Just one more dawn, poverty's chill bedfellow hissed failure, too frail, too spent, too parent proper. Frank snapped the book, stared at the bunkhouse glow. Ruthie, what's the play? Pennies scarce, vigor scarcer, but they bloom deserve. No gust replied, just loam whiff and tomorrow's grind promise. Yet Frank Harlan outlasted blizzards, bust crops, his heart's own thief. He'd carve path, had to. 3 anchors slept close, tugging him true. A wail ripped the dark shrill. Frank bolted up toe-stubbing chair, heart hammering. He burst into the kid's room. Ella thrashed on her pallet, face slick terror. Mama, want mama. Frank gathered her, but she bucked wild tiny hammers pummeling his chest. Make her come. Popa, make her. Hush, lambkin, easy now. He rocked, own sobs choking as hers racked. Ben and Sophie stirred Sophie, burrowing pillow deep, Ben fleeing silent to the hall. Wide mama bolt. Ella gulped air, face upturned. Me bad? No sugar, pure as spring rain. You? Then why? Frank's well ran dry. How paint abandonment, gentle for innocence. Grown folks wander lost sometimes. Forget the gold at home. You are gold. Ella's eyes pierced. Frank's brimmed hot, richest treasure, breath and petal. Why then? Cause your mama's adrift deep. Ella mold, child logic churning. When I stray at fair, you hunt me down. Let's hunt mama. Frank's tears spilled free. Maybe love? Maybe he hummed, till her lashes fluttered shut, sighs soft. Tucked her gentle, lipped her brow, slipped out. That stab we ain't gold-sliced sharper than ledgers or labors. Watching a man wore his withering frame and bill mountains just to mend 3 shattered sprites, ache beyond words. But hold hope for Frank, even in pitch. He's mining strength fiercer than dread. Ben perched porch steps, knees to chin, night cloaking him. Shouldn't eavesdrop. Frank settled beside, ain't little no more papa. Ben's profile etched hard. Life stole boyhood early. You wonder why too? Ben paused. Nah, I get it. Get what? We, too plain, skint, fussy. Mama hungered grandcash stacks, thrill chases, sparkle life. U.S. Boredom anchors, meals, men's, heart holds. Venom soured his tone. Frank gripped shoulder. Ain't your weight, boy, know it? Ben met gaze, eyes glassy. Stings, same dot stings, knowin' we fell short for her anchor. Frank swallowed lump. Fault's hers, son. Always was, Ben dropped eyes. Now what? School fees bite. Groceries, gnaw. Overheard bank wolves. Kid missed zilch. Ill wrangle it how. Ben's stare drilled. Don't want to drag you under. I pitch insure's odd jobs. Nope. Frank's tone steel. You savor, boy days left. Books, ball, mischief. Papa's got the load. Can't play, kid. Ben Sophie zipped silent. Ella wails nightly you. 74. How long you haul? Quiet crashed heavy. Long as breath holds, Frank vowed low. Long as it takes. Ben's gaze shimmered. Swear it, you won't bail too. Frank enveloped him. Sworn on stars, sun, here today, tomorrow, always while you breathe need. Ben melted an armor shed. Days blurred mirror. Ella's cries, Sophie's hush, Ben's burden back. One noon, Frank spied Sophie in parlor, flipping Ruth's faded album. She lingered on Lisa, a 10-gapped toothed grin. Braids twin to Sophie's. You echo her. Frank sat soft. Sophie slammed shut. Don't wanna. First crack in days gushed. Why bolt, Popo, our sin. None dove. Then why? Fist thumped wood. Her joy, trump us. She flees free. We rot with this chest gash. Frank cradled her torrent. Hate her fierce. Miss her fiercer? Which devours worse. I know, love. Aches twin-edged, Sophie stilled. Frank brewed, chamomile, Ruth's sooth, your gran. Taught me souls split two. Quitters in storm, stayers through gale. Your mama, quitter. You 3, me, stayers. How sure we won't quit grown. 'Cause you prove daily. Hell weak eye. Craved flight. Burrow. Bellow butt rooted. That's grit. Sophie sipped. We mend, papa. Frank yearned, sure yes bountiful tomorrow's safe nests. Offered truth bear, will claw for it. United, full tilt. Sophie's eyes sparked faint first light in gloom. But midnight, solo, Frank wrestled shades. Nightstand drawer yielded bank's ultimatum, foreclosure notice. 90 days. Ye one bachen or evict. 90 spins to salvage or shatter their soul sanctuary. Frank stowed it, stared ceiling. Ruth's frame grinned eternal. Guide me heart. First, lost in fog. Frank, outfoxed woes galore. Orphan young, crop killers, Ruth's fade fight. But this, uncharted, wild, morns dawned pre-light. Goats milked, eggs gathered, breakfasts rustled amid mayhem. Collapse, drained not just flesh, but soul father mother grandpa in one frayed skin. One Lord's Day, kids glued to radio serials. Frank motored to town, craved counsel. Willow Bench Chapel squatted humble clabbered white, steeple crooked. Frank nudged oak door. Wax and hymn dust welcomed. Pastor Ellis arranged hymnals, 62. Grin ever ready. Frank, rare pew for you. Need unload, Pastor. Ellis's warmth dimmed at Frank's haggard. Aye, brother. Bench it out, front pew, Frank mangled hat brim. Lisa, kids, 74. Farm falterin' debts drownin'. Thinkin' Piet, social folk take and find homes, sturdy full bellies, fresh threads, solid schools. Homes I can't forge. Ellis let quiet brew. What they crave, you reckon. Solid, secure. They had Mama Chassin perfect finer life, bliss unbound. Outcome deserted. Young'uns need plain rare roots deep, presence true. Old, wary yet, dawn to dusk, your rock dot, but debts devour. Farm falls then, God drop this load. He packs strength too. Faith, the bridge. Faith's threadbare lately. Thread Ruth spun thick, said when doors slam, windows crack. Quit starin' shut. Hunt the glow. Frank nodded slow. Kid's true tale. Ella pines nightly. Sophie mimes mute. Ben. Armors till shatter. Wounds weep slow. Heal slower with steady love. Day stacked. You pour that, and if short, Frank mark this. Ella's gripped shoulder. Ain't solo. Town's web holds. Faith flickers, but Jennifer wait. Lisa lacked. Your gift. No one loves forge, in fire, not fluff. You reckon God twists scars to steel. Ellis pressed. Lisa's cut. Clears path for these three to claim what she spurned. Love unyielding, quits no quarrel, scared stiff pastor, fears full. Nacourage dances with it. Frank quit. Chapel lighter no, coin richer, debts dormant, but chest eased breath. That night, kids bedded. He raided the loft trunk Ruth sealed prefade. Floral wrap guarded treasures, snaps, vows, christenings, and her ledger leather-bound edges soft. Ruth's preserved Bible. He cracked it reverent. Pages bloomed her script. Berry jams, apple butters, Pickle Bryanstown lauded elixirs. Heirlooms from her ma, hers from grand. Love distilled sweetheart? Frank traced ink, Ruth's hum echoing. Margins whispered, Frank devours this holiday's call. Double clove. Endnote. Frank, soulmate. If this finds you lone, these are my teach grandlings. Love simmers, slow spoons, warm. Yours eternal, Ruth. Eyes welled. The window, Frank husked. You lit it, love. Ain't sure how, but that book sparked dawn anew. Post-school drop, Frank perched kitchen with ledger splayed. Ruth's jams lured lines at church suppers. Postloss, too raw to stir. Stirred soul deep, Gus chugged up mid-morn. Goat milk jugs, sloshing. Surplus milk, neighbor. Frank-eyed book, then Gus. Recall Ruth's jams. Tongue dreams, still crave 'em Sundays. Why think and revive? Pedal Gust plopped chair. Prime, Frank gear. Stock hours. Ruth's blueprint. 3 motives, pure. Gus grinned. I'm in milk free till wheels turn. Ruth fed my brood lean times. Paybacks due, can't, can, and will. School bell kids tumbled in 2 pandemonium, cauldrons bubbling, jars steaming, ledger propping, pot lid. What you're brewin', Popa? Ella clambered stool. Gran Ruth's jam sprout test run. Sophie's gaze snagged book. Grand secret scribbles. Aye, lass. Ben, all business. Sellin' for coin. Kids traded glances wary, wistful. We pitch in. Sophie ventured shy. Frank scanned. Ben's resolve. Sophie's spark tentative. Ella's glee and reckon I need hands, small and true. Kitchen. Pulsed alive first, since Ruth's hush. Ella scooped berries, tongue tip out. Sophie voiced steps crisp. Ben stoked, fire watchful. Frank steered slip-ups to grins. Debut batch. Brick hard. Rock. Ella giggled thwack table. Second, soupy slop. Chicken's delight. Ben quipped kind. Third, bland ghost. Milkwater, Sophie owned. Quit. Never. Seventh go. Dusk, gelding windows. All curdled sweet and weary. Perfection bloomed ruby gleam. Sophie sampled first highs, saucered popa. Grand's twintes. Ben nodded, throat bob. Ella smacked lips, berry heaven in a jar. Universe best. Frank savored last. Zinged back. Ruth humming harvest hymns. Sun spilling counters. Laughter thick as pectin set. Bless you, Ruthie, he breathed heavenward. Path lit true, porch supper that night. Jam slathered biscuits under twilight. First calm since Lisa's shadow. Popa, Ben, broke hush. This flies. Save us real. Frank-eyed eldest. Dunno champ. But united. We chased. United. Sophie echoed. Soft. United. Ella whooped. Milk mustache high. Frank lifted jar. 2. Ruth gift giver. Lisa. You. Essenbrick. Clinks. Ranks. Frank knew. Threshold crossed. Rough miles. Lingered outs. Dings. Daggers. But plan pulsed. Purpose. Burned. Hope. Dawn's first blush. Berry tang-laced air as dawn brushed counters rose. Frank swirled Vatslow ledgers, cue. Beside, Sophie traced words, finger steady. Stir clockwise, add lemon. No rest 10, she glanced up. Magic papa. Berries to gold. Frank grinned. Hands quaver faint from toil. 3 weeks trial. Milk soured. Jams gelled wrong to firm. To loose flavor. Life's brew. Dove. Stir patient. Faith spist. Pray sweet. Yield. Ben yawned. In PJ's rumpled 6 a.m. But his 13-year shell-hardened keen. Batch 14. He sidled stow. 14th. Frank dosed. Pecked in. Tally low. 14's charm, if we trust. Trust, Ella chirped tableward. Mrs. says, Lucky's belief born. Believe it? Sophie crossed fingers. 10 ticks later, lid lift for held breath. Curd gleamed silk Ruth. Frank diced careful ledger law. See, Ben whispered, Reverend. For hours dragged heat, gentle strain fine. Press firm, sugar keys. Sophie bossed cues. Ben tempted, Ella salt pinched, tiny. Frank captained, tweaked past lore. Moldenvale. Wheel round, crimson shine, firm yield. Frank nicked sliver, tasted shut eyes. Ruth's kitchen, flooded afternoon light slanting, her whistle lilting, jams, pop ceiling, summer souls. Spot on Ruth, he murmured, cheeks wet. Sophie's hope hung. Frank's gaze met kids, tears traced his lines. Your grand's echo, dead ringer. Sophie sighed bliss. Ben approved mute. Ella beamed, tastes hug warm, like grand's lap. Word sealed it, week spun 5 jars. Flawlesser? Frank snatched 4-hour winks, but 75-year frame fired fresh mission beyond meat. Gus hauled Friday, milk plus buzz. Town fate Saturday. Haul your haul. Frank eyed 5 jars. Cloth swaddled, table ward. Pulse quickened. Raw yet scarce started. Bank, don't dawdle a. True, Frank bartered 60-day grace, but clock cruel. Spot on, we roll. Ben overheard door lurk. I man the pitch. Paw. Me too. Sophie chimed. Me est. Ella bounced. Frank beheld his trio co-conspirators in folly grand. Lux twist mid-misery. Fine, all hands. But Benar? Memorable tag. Hush brainstorm. Harlan jams. Ben tossed. Dull Sophie judged. Fairy fruits. Ella squealed. To whimsy, Sophie sparked. Hearth and harvest jams. Warm like oosefire forged. Yield. Eyes met. Gold, hearth and harvest. Frank rolled savory. Seals it. Eve's prep. Frank rigged stall from scraps board table. Laundered cloth. Jar cradles. Snag. Health stamps. Jars. Sands. Bootleg. Fees pinched absent. Wait endless. Frank gambled. Trials Saturday. Win. Legitimize. Bust. Blind to fall out. Saturday bloomed blue. Pre-dawn rise. Jars truck-bedded. 12-mile haul to town square. Plaza-teamed vendors, spuds, quilts, trinkets rainbow roar. Frank snagged fringe lot, tucked corner. Team erected humble, trestle scrubbed, cloth crisp, Sufi ironed, 5 jars, parade. Ella crayon sign, hearth and harvest jam joy. Now, Ben-eyed hawkers hollering. Wait watchful, Frank said, faith thin. Hour 1. Foot traffic grazed, glanced, ghosted. Price store double. Brows knit, heels turned. Hour 2. Defeat waited. Peers pedaled brisk, their patch barren. Sophie bit lip. Ella near tears. Ben fists tight. /tag. Ben urged nay Frank steal. Worth every cent. Need taster true, but who? Noon told. Frank pondered fold when elder dame paused. Petite, stooped, silver chignon, neat, frock, plain eyes, sharp quartz. Price, sir. Voice velvet. 15 whole, ma'am. Frank braced rebuff. She lingered, jabbed jar. Sample. Frank sliced plump proffered. Dame inspected sunglow, sniffed deep, nibbled, deliberate. Quiet, stretched eternal. Frank's pulse thundered. Eyes opened, tears brimmed. Mercy, she breathed. 20 years since jam this kin to mama's. Hit true, ma'am? Sophie piped bold. Dame-eyed girl. Frank, trio hopeful. You for craft this? Yes'm, Frank Ruth's. God rest. Dame nodded wise deep. Take all 5. Purse, dipped all. Frank, gawked. 75, aware. Bill's trembled table. Wrapping, she added Earth Shift, card mine. Evelyn Tate, boutique grocer, Des Moines. Hold this caliber. I stock full, tip peers too. Ben clutched card, shaky. Evelyn hefted jars maternal. Guard this tight, she nodded, clan word. Rare brew, lose it, never post, depart. For stared 75 monthly milk egg haul, topped. Angel lady, Ella hushed. Frank's laugh boomed got deep. Eye, petal. Wings hid, glee clipped short. Pack up loomed, when burly gent loomed gut spilling shirt, statch bristle black, peepers pig. Or a sour, fresh meat, a growl low. Frank, Rose Shield grandkids. Family scratching honest, Sir Royce, 20-year jam king here. New blood dips my take dislike. No shake offered, ain't aim. Tax stamp. Royce arms crossed. Frank's gut nodded. Bear, processing, unghung. Royce smirked, chill. Greenhorns, flop ugly. Real ugly, he lumbered off threat trail. Ben sidled, mean what? Nothing lad. Frank pocketed green, grump gone. Homeward. Truck ride. Frank shrugged. Chill but gut new. Whirlwind weave. 10 jars weekly. Saturday squares. Faithful flock budding. Evelyn true. Weekly sweeps. Toting deli folk, bake mavens, heirloom hounds. Hearth and harvest hummed, towntail. Coin caught bank breath 1 note squared. Kitchen kit spruced. Guskin hired holidays thrice weekly. Kids unfurled. Sophie. Kitchen sprite fingers. Danced fruits. Birthed twists. Lavender laced. Ginger zing. Ben pitch pro words wove want. Coin counted crisp. Ella joy jom giggles. Lured trust. Tipped scales by. Shadows lingered. Royce lurked plaza perch glairehawk. Whispers wormed. Unlicensed lots, sour stock, desperation dregs, most shrugged. Some shoppers shied, Saturday spike. Frank Donset, slot snared Royce's crates, hogged. He bought out, vendor shrugged. Frank exiled further fringe ghost path, sales. Pity pennies bully brute, Ben seethed. We hush fight low, Frank checked. High road hours, he's sinking us. Ben burst, coin, clout crushin'. Frank steadied, filth fight wins ground. Loses soul. Royce can't steal spine. We let jars jaw, and jars did. Sophie spun spearman spiked bold. Gus boxed birch pretty. Ella etched, labels, farm sketch. Ben flyered hand, flavor lore. Rep rippled, fare free. Suppers summoned direct, fates filled orders. Mouths marketed mighty. 3 moons, post-debut inspector knocked. Kitchen mid-boil, badgeman clipboard, cold. Royce snitch? Sure. He poked all sinks, scrubbed, stores sealed, flows safe. Frank trailed, throat try. Shut now. All ash. 2 hours, badge pivoted. Mr. Harlan, bear permits. Frank swayed. But, badge held, spotless old ways, wise safe. Factories I've flagged filthier, Grace, 30 days, legit. Run meantime, more halt hard. Yes, sir, grateful. Post pullout, Frank chair caved 30 stamps. 5 grand, min scribes, checks, seals, scraped thin, eve table, huddle, truth time, kin, jam, snag. 5K for papers or padlock, quiet, crushed. Savings pot. Ben tallied, skip bank this moon, Sophie plain. Farm first, ain't simple. Lass, default, acres auction, shut jams. Same sink. Ben logic, Frank, brow rubbed. Sharp lad. Twist, Evelyn chats tourney state preserve prize. 25K pot. 3, perked. Ben near, yelp.I, but entry 500 twesk, plus 3 showstoppers prime. Gamble, grand. Do. Sophie, 3 moons. Hush hummed chance. Leap, Ben sealed. Soul shot, risky wild, papa. Sophie clasped hand. All trails were united one. Same stake. ELA, hush till, teach, says no risk, no ribbon. We ribbon want. Frank marveled scared sprouts to squadrons. Done, enter. Conquer. Hands, stacked, slap oath, sealed. No clue, fate's fork ahead. Frank roused, 3 a.m. chest vice. Breath rasped shards, brow slick ice. Not now, he gasped. Nitz agony ebbed to eternities. Left quakes, not first, twinge last fortnights, nipped but fiercest. Frank knew, ticker tiring. Strain, span, age toll, tallied. Halt, impossible. Close dressed, stealth, dawn cord. Kids, none wiser. No fret, burden. Fortnights, flogged fierce. Entry cash 500, bled. Now 3 triumphs. Sophie herb honey, Ben cider spiked, Frank classic Crebevelin's nectar. 18-hour grinds. Frank's frame rebelled each lift, but lashed on Thursday dawn vot heave, vice clamped iron. Legs buckled. Floor rushed. Papa. Sophie's shriek split air. Ben dashed. Found Frank prone. Aware, but anchored. Goose Hall dock. Frank wheezed. 3 days inferno. Doc Harlantown. Sawbones. Frank's wartime palblunt. Pneumonia grave. Heart hitch. Bed. Absolute. 1 week min. 2 wise. Tourney. Frank bed. 3 weeks out. Doc iron. Attend if rest now. Push. Next moon's yours. Here. Frank heard. Frame flagged. Invincible no more. Hope's lip. Life lobs lemon. Frank felled. Impossible. Hearken. Kids shed kidskins. Forge shields for hearth. Daily post bell. Trio bedside yarn days. Feigned fine. Frank spied fear flickers jams. Frank probed day 2. Ben Sophie glance. U.S. Ben owned. Gus Hall's heavy. We legiline exact. Cells. Evelyn Halls. Steady regulars 2. Spun papa poorly, but hearth heats. Pride prick. To green Utine when plowed with PA. Sophie soft. Lessons stuck. We stick 5-day discharge. Farm floored Frank. Seamless sans him. Gus mended fence. Frayed ages. Ben streamlined sales tally swift. Sophie honed herb to Evelyn double. Ella plastered heel quick. Papa sketches wall dash wide. This. Solo. Frank husked. Tear trail. Never solo. Ben shouldered. Hearthhold. Always. Porch. Dusk. Tea steaming. Frank watched trio tussle yard. First true hush since Lisa's lash. We pulled Ruth, he sky whispered. Our shoots thrive sans me. Thrive still tourney loomed. Frank vowed witness their wing tourney. Dawn glowered slate. Clouds banked Des Moines while clan crate loaded. 3 Ruth jars cloth kissed. 3 cider crocks glass gleam. 3 herb wheels box burnished. Set Frank trio dash scanned. Ben nodded steel. Sophie clutched ledger. Ella hopped glee. Frank Ella nilled win. Crowds crush vets. Vaults. But love wins. Ella to Checo, always. Frank crushed hug, wish dash simple. Sent a vast pro, stands prow. Banners bold, logos luster, displays dazzle. Hearth humble, fold table, Sophie worn cloth, Ellert cards. Garage sale kin to gala's mistake. Ben-eyed rivals. Nay Frank firm. Flash theirs. Flavors recall. Judges toured to our 5 food gurus. Palette Pros. Hit Hearth. Led 50-ish specs. Stern scanned, sparse, skeptical. Hearth. Harlan. Jams from Grand's Grace. Stern sampled slow, sniff, sip, scribe. Pear flanked woman warm, man meticulous joined. Warm, crab tart true, like orchard kiss. Meticulous, cider apple depth, no cloy. Spearmint. Bold bridge herb lifts fruit, not drowned. Questions flew. Ruth's lore, process pure. Kid. Sophie recited steps fluid. Ben pitched passion. Ella beamed love jarred. Stern nodded. Modest mount, mighty mouth. Strong contend. Post dash pull. Clan exhaled. Strong. Ben probed. Strong Frank. Now wait rung long. Other boasts boomed. Factories flash. Labs tout. Hearth. Heart dash home. Awards dusk. Third plane. Second flash. First. Hearth and harvest jams. Frank Harlan and kin. Roar blurred. Stage rush. Plaque heavy. Check crisped. 25K. Evelyn front row. Whooped. Clan hugged heap. Tears free. Ruth. Frank stage whispered. We winged it. Months melted gold. 25 cleared stamps. Bank buffer. Hearth boomed. Weekly 20 jars. Markets munched. Evelyn expanded. Restaurants rang. Weddings wanted. Rip rippled. Regional pressed. Pecked Grandpa's jam miracle. Kids crested. Ben 18. College-bound business. Sophie 16. Culinary dreams. Ella 9. Wise beyond winters. Frank 79. Slower stride, but soul soared. Knight's porch. Ledger new memoirs. Etched. Entry 32. Sophie aced baked. Echoes my fright. First furrow with Ruth. Told her dread store to dare. Hope holds true. Hope I armed ample. Hope gone. They recall. Belief mine enough. Anchor storms. Stars winked. One Ruth's, sure. Shoots sprout. Love, he sky said. We sowed sound, spite all. Breeze sighed, yes. Frank breathed, full peace, pure. Week later, Market Mabel, sidled, face freighted. Ruth's chum since pigtails, 68, arm hooked Frank corner quiet. Frank, delicate drapu, ought no. Pulse, jumped, spit, spotted her lesalican, Des Moines tea room. Swank spot, exact eyes, hand flick when chats. With silver fox, gent, suit sharp, timepiece glint, locked gaze. She dodged, swift, ghost, dash want, Frank, wall-leaned. Sure, not soul sure. 5 years blur, but more. Nothin' slipped prefinite. No fuss, but flag for you. Frank thanked rast voice. Gus trailed street. Mabel's word. Lissor twin in city. Feels return brew. Gusla whistle. 5 years cold. Why now? Word wings. Hearths, humpress, Pax Public. Frank Truckland. Sense success, slinks back. Handle. Deno, half craves, closure kids vent, heal. Half dreads rip more wounds. False vows, claims undo. Gus shouldered. You forged tough. Her breeze. You, the rock. Frank, wordless. Ev kids. But Thursday confirm. Hired hand Halde Moinsply. Spied Lisa Hotelat. BMW black. Cackle with elder beau. Bags boutique burdened. Dead match. Hal soft. Prep youngins. Frank knew right. Shelter from gale. Crueler. Eve diner. Parlor. Powwow. Kin. Heavy here. 3 looked. Sophie Nidhalt. Ben. Screenshot. Ella Crandrop. To spot your mama. Looks like in city. Gent. Likely inbound. Quiet clocktic torture. Ben broke. When first week passed. Second. Day 0 Y. Sophie ice dash. Calm. Frank dodged. Truth to tart. Likely hearth hearsay. Ben paced fury. Abandoned us. Now sense Paisley's. Can't know. Frank. No plenty. Ben halted. Reconcile real. 5 years. Call card. Crumb. Zilch. Till gold glints. Sophie. Chill. If shows. Ear or door. Ear open, Frank. Words hers. But gates guard our build our blood. No more. Legal lunge. Ben schemed. Lawyer Lee locked. Farm mind soul. Hearth post-flight. Ours sweat stamped. No hook hers. But daughter Ella soft. Oh token blood. Frank Ellenald palms hers. Law says nay. Right says less leave. Forfeit. Family fringe. Earned daily show. Stay. Spend. Mama Noon. Forgive her. Ella probed. Frank paused. Workin'. Not a race. Not excuse. Release rot, lest it roots me, but loose. Now protects you, Ben slumped, fire to fade. Scared papa? She worms in guilt goads, snags share, hence heads up. Frank each-eyed, prep pure, her words, vows, weeps unitas, fisher-free sworn. Ella small, no snatch you. Frank heart, sworn stars, petal, universe whole, can't pry. Sophie, long lurk, quiet, no arms wide. No play nice, speaks, fine, but debt mine. Time, ear, grace, -0. None, demands feign, Frank. Good, Sophie rose. 5 years need naked, world crack she picked gleam. Now thrive, no claim, crown, or coin, Ben nod spot. Sands her built spite her. Fall could crush, we stacked, hours pure. Frank pride sad, watched, fast grown, scar steeled, beyond his youth, love you boundless, simple. Proud past words, who you forged, circle hug, living mid, shield weave, 'gainst gale, gusts, post, bed. Frank ceiling stared, Lisa landing words, grand shield, from sting. Own tangle blood, called clashed with fracture. Daughter still, arm rocked, bike boosted, porch dreams, failware. Undo that birthed abandoned babe. Queries, clawed dark, days strung taut. All road watched engine, kids masked nerves. Ben legaline, Sophie bakeburst, Ella popocling. One barnoon Sophie habal hunt, chatneyed popa bales, sank, beast earth scent. Spill, dove. Rage boils, Sophie confessed, burst bound, worst. No rage right. Why, think, we bloom, better bloom. Her ditch, best twist, fate flung. Still seeth, Frank handtook, rage reasons loose lass. Now fine don't wipe then tears. Night's wail, Elamis, Ben blank. She no sorry sent, no why we. Bolt blank. Sophie nod. Now, confused, self-hunt, love always, we swallow. Nay, force forgive. Your clock, your call, can't, fair to. You. Trying. Me ward, not her poison sip, hopes her sip. But forget, nay, locked, Sophie mold. Seeing scarce, strength crumble. Back 10 mute me's. Won't, Frank hug. That girl gone. Voice yours, valor yours. Side mine, always. To a. M, Frank Tekatald. Spied Ben kitchen dark, laptop glow. Sleepless duo. Diggin, Ben screen glued. Her trailwear, what? Lock profile, but pics peak. Wed Stevendev mogul, loaded. Indie enclave, looks life. Posts bliss blossom, joy jag, US. Vapor no snap, no nod. Easy, champ. Better know. Ben shut. No dream she pinned. Truth, erased. Says her empty, not ours. Frank sidesat. Hardest, 79 truth. Love full throttle. Gift all still short for some, not you. They're hollow, HUNGERS. Her happy, silver spouse. Do no honest, found. Maybe still void. Likely cash cloaks, don't fill. Her load lad. Ben's. Thanks popaste steel. Show love acts, not air. Gave me go grit, when gone seemed thanks you. Boy reason rise, when rise wrecked. Dark duo till dawn. Day dawned, braced. Tuesday dusk, Gus gravel crunch arrival, face thunder. Frank invoice porch, when truck loomed, dustival. Frank now hospital. Urgent, whatless stroke, dawn. Pre-wheeled, packet yours. Instant, he gasped. Frank iced. Lee lawyered all deeds, deals. Duo hushed hospital hurdle. Lee Icobard. But nurse slipped seal. Open now, tremble tear. Frank, indie suit phone leases, suit for farm hearth slice. Claims airsole early grab. Attachments prove farm years lock, hearth post dump years witnesses, dates. Abandon proof, if push. Call Romero. No bully. Law yours. Steady pal. Frank, sat stagger. Says Gus Sues, Frank croak. Lisa Kloss, farm hearth. Gus Kurzbit. Ken Lee says, Nabat bites. Doc Stents, transacts post-flight, time-stamped neighbor nods, absence, school stamps Frank guard 5 year. Key, Ruth's will fade, 6 months, farm Frank Rankin soul, Lisa Bard, Kinquit. Ruth foresaw. Romero. Frank phoned old flip, call clipped, Lisa Sutrai. Yes, win. 0 messed. I dodge. If push dash no. Play. Frank brace brawl, Mr. Harlan. Grankin steal. La lock solid stand. Farm return, kids face read doom. Table, Frank kitchen tap, full tail. Lee call, suit brew, Doc shield, Romero helm, Ben chair crash, rise rage, Sue's post dump. Rightless witch, try right, win. Nay. Sophie lethal low, shows when. Soon, sharp dash soon, Ella Terraglint, house hours gone. Frank Niels, nay, love. Papers, iron law. Despair snatch her. Y, LOY, hate us. Worse, pedal. Cares nil, coin chance pure. Ben mine mill plan, papa. Weight whip, no. Crack dash free. Romero laws. Heart dash hold. Ben Shozu knighted wall. Weak spot. Her wedge. Frank nod. Pact then four firm her say vow. Threaten. Team true. Hands center stack. Sworn. Uni dash chant. Frank supper skipped. Porch pens kids dine in. Sky bruised. Heart hiccup dash nitro dash nip from pocket. Doc's post spell script. Stress killer warned. Big blow. Apexa stress since split. Ruth Starpley. Steel now. Wisdom wield young guard. Heart hold. Mission mine. Breeze brushed bomb. Frank took answer. Rose groan. House. Kids living lounge. Wordless weave. Frank joined. Late lingers. Fortified gal. No mere mama miss now. Warfer sweat one world. Yield. Nay. Friday slant soon SUV black. Dust deviled lane. Frank porch peered. Distant heart halt. Then thunder gallop chest hand. Here. Mutter. Ben gaze follow. Jaw vice. Fetch girls. Minute flat. For porch plank. SUV braked house front gleam jarring rust bucket kin. Driver door. Gent mid-40s. Suit crispy defy. Rolex wink. Mean smug veiled. Scanscorn passenger. Lisa eased out deliberate. Carpet star, not clay. 5 years stranger. Brown mop, now ash blonde weave. Mask, thick creases coy garb. Gucci guess, but stiffness. Heels stilt sank dirt. Ice lord ice chill. Compute. Warmth dash want. Lisa carside. Smoothed bag bling. Advanced heel hobble dad. Voice strange. Hi kids. Hush tomb. No stir, no sound. Lisa nerve. Shoulda rang. But surprise sweet. Farm. Spruced. Gaze grazed upgrades. Roof reslate. Pens paint fresh. Goats graze plump. Hearth sign. Eyes. No prigla. Greed glint. Mask thin. Frank blood. Boiled slow. Hard graft. Gent strode. Handout none took. Victor Lang. Lisa's man. Dev whiz. Land flip. Man. Ben Steele. Wed. Lisa squirm second. Yes. 3 years. Victor indie meet. Love bolt. Poetic. Sophie drips. 3 bliss blooms. 0 usnad. Wedwim. No share. Lisa blink. Sophie dear. Lost. Sophie stepfront. 5 years back. Note naked bolt. I. Complex. How. Ben arms. School us. Dump kids. On elder dad nuance. Victor cut on you. No pass brawl. Bridge burned. Future focus. Chances. Frank pressure spike. What breed? Lisa Victor glance Frank. All feared fact. Dad. Lisa smile. Heard hearth hum. Thrill mom's scribbles shine. Proud swell. Mom's scribbles. Frank slow saver. Sour. Shelf sealed. 3 years grief. We thrigged hauled. Built bounty. Busy then? My path. Now see thrive share fair. Share now. Lisa taught. Victor case crack car. Adult it. Lisa errantly writes ripe property. Property. Frank Comdinger. Farm pause. Gift mine. Full 56 years. Ruth partner heart. Not deed. Lisa. 0 claim. Victor. Business then hearth. Year fresh. Moral min. Profits. Kin legacy. Handsars. Brow sweat. Coin hours. Ben cut. Lisa zilch. Recipes mom's mine. Air 2. Lisa clung straw recipes. Sophie frost. Trunk tucked. Years 3. Post grand stir. Blank. No claim quit kin. Ella. Frank shield peak. Step she bold. You. Lisa face oft. Flick reel. Ella angel. Mama me. Ella tilt study. Don't recall. Ain't mama gran was cared. You. Lady strange. Lisa tears. Well crock or crack. Ella. Tiny then. But thou too daily. Loved always. Loved. Ella why leave? Teach. Love stays. Left you no love. Victor tack shift. Case simple. Lawyers lit, fair 50 split. 50, Ben choke. What hearth? Future fruit. Fair, Victor.fair. Sophie Luff Hollow, fair, where school starve choice. Papa, near broke 8, Ella Night Whale, Lisa Sophierich. Girl, recoil. Sophie, rough I know, but self-find need. Happy dash hunt. Are happy, Sophie yell. Mama deserve. Colcrum, note nothing forgot full. Didn't forget dot lie, Ben Dug your glow posts, Glamgrin, U.S., blank slate, erased. Lisa Blanche, Victor Schul. Emotions raw, but investors eye tour dev, millions. Sell smart, retire plush. Kids, college crown Winnell sell, Frank Airgasp. Acres auction. Rational Mr. Harlan, Victor Selslick. 17.9, toil tolls. Sale cash, eases. Youngins launch lush.acres, Frank Rage Tremble. All jumped first, roar known. Birth soil, POS, mine, Lisa's, Grankins Forge. Sell hotels, strips. Just dirt dad dirt. Frank erupt, history. Root sweat drop, kid tear, flood George R. Seal. No dirt, Lisa backscare. Frank Fury first. Dad, easy dot, easy. You beg calm? 5 years, ghost food ask. Breath check, first. Coin claim sales spiel. Who you? Lisa Shatta. Sobs, smeared mask, cheek streaks black. Daughter yours only can't shoon, was Frank Comknife. Loved that girl. Arm sway, work wreck, nightmare nest. But stranger here. Child dump when crave most. Return, not love loot. Parent show heart, fever nights, empty purse, traded for free. Can't cash back Terrier's universe. Q sedan silver, Perive suit sleek, sans flash. Daniel Pierce, exeques, smile freestyle. Mr. Harlan, greet. Meeting Nick's thought, seal packed today, not next. Interrupt, ill, packed oxow. Harlan Trio inked exclusive hearth in all 80 stores, 12 states. Biggest craft coup, firm history, hush grave. Windleaf Russell, goat bleed far not else. Lisa word dash wrench, dot Daniel Frank Permi nod, initial, 1,000,001 production build, kit, sales year, 2-3 mil, seasonal. Plus, Ben Sophie 30, equity new venture hearthline. Strict guard, Harlan rule, recipes, craft, creed. We ship, shine. Lisa Victor, statue shock, face shift, stunned agreed. 1,000,001 start. I, Daniel Liss casual. Brand build, bonanza. Hearth equals honest dash air. Chains Canada Europe, knock. Victor Lungebrain. Lisa Air Farm, Sonay Daniel. Packed pure. Frank Harlan, Ben Sophie, Ella, lawyers scrubbed claims. Farm Harlan solo fit. Hearth, all post favere. Kingcraft, prop pure. Clean claim dash free. Divine drop power pivot blink. Lisa Fishmouth. But mother I point kids, Daniel neutral, but I judge he new tail. Respect, but Harlan can tail. 5-year flea, no build bid, no stake law, heart, none. Corp clear. Equity earn labor, not line blood. Lisa crumble sobs. Spite rage, not rurial, came modest mooch. Empire, millmite. Nightmare. Unfair, whale, daughter only. Writes mine. Writes Frank Poison Purse. What writes, Lisa? Here write, when whale's yours? Renounced, hearth prophet. Never held. Mother called these 3. Lost day gleam got over gut. But Ben. Front step voice, clearquake free. 5 years, Dawnster. Learned jamburn hands, ache. Cried Curdfail, cheered seal. Fairs faced, foes foul. Built, you wear. Indie looks, spouse spoil, feed fake, oozin scene, Sophie Fry. Came success, sent, not Sarasol. Coin sands carve. You stranger scheme? Lisa last lunch, Ellen Eel. Ela dove, babe. Tiny leave, but mama, eternal. Mother's daughters bind. Tell em forgive, want me weave a life. Please, heart. Ella age eyes old. 10-year sage, sans mother mold. Slow, hand free. Mrs. Hale teach year past, Claire Beth. Family blood bear. Hugs night fear. Cookie teach, burn forgive. Plays Rango, Fluste, special say Don Dusk. Family. Ella Frank Ben Sophie scan. Stays who you left. 5, no qual no wink. No family you. Papa family. Ben Sophie family. Lisa Ground Neal, eternal. Face pain plot. Late 5, late. Victor lift lost. Go, Lisa. Not here. Lawyers, Litover, Daniel Propolite. Frivolous file. Firms Coors Counsel Crush. Partners Shield. Victor Jocklinch. Ain't done. Frank Final Flint. Lisa Longode was daughter Hardhall girl. But front. Child forsake. Need peak. Return greed, not grace. Lost family call. Frank halt. Break and bend. Once say, go, Lisa, go no back. Return. No rue, no mend. Doors dead, hearts learned sands. Lisa mouth protest, but Ironholt stone. Last sob, turn BMW. Victor, mutter, Legalash, lawyer's loop. Pre-board, Lisa last look, mask melt, hair wind wild, garb, dust all. Small, spent, void. Sorry, whisper heard. SUV peeled fury dust. Porch 5 Frank trio, Daniel watched, Ben. Then string cut. Exhale uni, Daniel Hushbrag, biz timing bust. Frank Chucklesburg free flood. Soon 4 roared, not jest, but jailbreak. After chain dash chew. Nay, Daniel, Frank tearwipe. Prime hour. Hour later seal. Com reclaim, Daniel tablespread. The selfsame Lisa note lane. First jam, joyed earn, counted tear laugh shared, hurdle high. Frank dock deep, 50 leap. Daniel patient parse, clause care. This guard's craft keep point. Compromise creep. Cut free, that ties Talier's product bound. No mere move leg a silft. Ben query sharp impressed. Sophie scan new spawn, fine print. Ella absorb I Ms not. Extra. Daniel dockfrish. No packed core, but firm fill youngins fun full. Any hall, any hunt. Bizin. Kin invest. Frank Iburn. Daniel, need, smile, tail tugged. Ditch to dazzle, hurt to hope, Mr. Might. Part that. Door open these 3 deserve. Scene moment, Frank Penholm. Same nib bank bled, memoir mused, now fate. Prehink, trio I, Mark Grave, solemn. This coin, Milmond, sheen. Defines NIL. Defines how hither, love lay, toil true, creed keep, cashies. Mean make we choice chain. Yes, Popo, you need a good smile, 'cause Ruth me dreamed nay mill. But you bloom bold, bright, benevolent. That's crown. Frank, signed shake firm. Ben Mitch, Sophie Flo. Ella Aidmark, big wobble joy. Gratz, Harlan Hearth. Valley Fine Foods Partners, official. Era new. Hand clasp seal. Bizbond, but bow to build. True. Daniel Gonweek team vow for kitchen alone. Quiet muse, not malaise. Landed Ben Seal, real land, showed snatch try, skulk shame.us, Sophiad, stood square. No crack family forge. Stick family, Ella decree. Hearth hold, Frank trio crush, feel flood scarestint. Proud, planetful, not packed, millbutt poised today. Gray skirt, truth told, kin keen. Bet to kids near Grand Frank, cemetery crept, Ruth, rest hill. Knelt knobby knee, pulled, love, leaf brush stone. Lisa land 5, cold wrong Y, choose I, her past future young. Chose young, hope rightly. Hope daughter door no bad pa mark. Windlam lull. But these, strong, kind, clear these legacy hours. True. Ruth near seat feel. Young, okay Ruth, thriving more. Ben Biz, Sophie Stovestar, Ella. Heart years gentle glimpse. Wise whisper, best see. Live legacy daily. Stone touch tender. Packed, mercy milk. Your jars, love hand, Americol, famous final art yours owed. Frank Risegrunt, thanks hush. Scribbles, soul, stepside, heaven high, sans you. Sank, moon farm magic. Pens pristine plot purple. Sign, Mormont resilient, root. Porch pause survey. 5 back note night world den, feel Kidra's wreck, Lisa loose fail, it's but nay. Stay choice, love fear, win, toil gloom, beat. 3. Teach. Reckoned Bloom's beautiful disguise. Frank househide, each bed check right. Ben smiles, Fleep Hall accept frame. Sophie Lajor, lap clutch. Ella curl skitch, for farm front, Harlan hearth stairs. Brockus round. Saved me, whisper. Taught family build love, not bloodborne. Statich, when quit quicker. Love, word bear. Ramon, weary win. Frank nitronable, bootbuck wild, but fearfully. Mission met. Young shield, Ruth rise, Lisa loop close, Prisnews, ledger last. Lisa came went, fail phantom fled. Peace, no perfect path, but love list, break look beauty. Failed her. Saved them. Win not leave child, but stay sprouts. Who old deck, break bear, lone load, heed tail. Legacy heart heal, sown, not stash stacked. Plant love, dawn. Shade tomorrow. Ben, Sophie, Ella, my shade, son, legacy. Beautiful, book, bind, light quit. First, 5 full piece, sleep. As Lisa Dustival dimmed, greed ghosts trailed. Frank lesson laid, priceless, family noun. Love verb. Act-show, storm stay, Frank dimed, denied Lisa world. 3 wonderkin, value not Vogue veneer, but stay storm steel, you Frankfoot, daughter Neil sob, softens lies fortune, or verdict fair. Comment your heart below. I crave read. Touched tail. Like lift, sub stay spread stay seed. Thanks deep. Next.